She walks where the water meets the sky. Willow threads trace the line of a coat. Not a ripple, not a word out of place. Just the hush of someone who's learned to float. You think this calm was given, not earned. The grace falls like dew on untouched skin. But I folded storms into pleats and tuck thunder beneath silver thin. Lakeside elegance painted slow in strokes too deep for eyes to know. What looks like peace is balance. Hell on edges, only silence has spell. Her teacup rests on marble stone. Steam curls like questions left unasked. Yet every gesture, every pause is a language carefully masked. I choose the stillness, choose the frame. Let them call it cold, let them call it tame. While inside the current never sleeps, it just flows where dignity keeps. Lakeside elegance painted slow in strokes too deep for eyes to know. What looks like peace is balance. Hell on edges, only silence has spell. You see oil on canvas, soft and bright. I feel the weight of holding light against the dark that almost won this poise. It's how the battle's done. Slow in strokes too deep for eyes to know. What looks like pace was balance. Hell on edges, only silence has spell. Lakeside elegance painted slow in strokes too deep for eyes to know. What looks like peace was balance. Hell on edges, only silence has spell.
This is Art with Kenneth. Hosted by artist Kenneth J. Lewis Sr. This channel takes viewers inside the studio, where paintings are built in real time and ideas take shape through process, patience, and intent. Each session reveals how structure, history, and emotion come together on the canvas. This is not a highlight reel. It's the work, unfolding.
In this episode of Art with Kenneth, Kenneth J. Lewis Sr. steps outside the studio and into the open air of Colonial Lakes Park in Lawrenceville, New Jersey, where creativity meets the unpredictability of nature. On a blank canvas, he begins with a loose, intuitive sketch, laying the foundation for what will become Sophisticated Lady. With bold strokes and instinctive color choices, he builds the image layer by layer, allowing the painting to emerge rather than forcing it into place. But painting outdoors comes with its own rhythm, and its own challenges. As the wind suddenly rises, the canvas nearly escapes, caught just in time by the artist's hand. A moment that reminds us, art is not just created, it's lived. This is part one of creating Sophisticated Lady, where movement, elegance, and raw expression begin their journey.
lean low. Your scarf still tangled in the armrest threads. The metronome stopped mid-take long ago, and I stopped counting all the things unsaid. Sheet music flutters, though no wind blows. A phrase suspended between major and A. Stay in this hush where sound turns to skin, like moonlight pooling on unplayed keys. Let the air hold us without a name in this velvet silence. You're almost near. Rain draws slow lines down the window pane. Your coffee cup rings stain the manuscript. I play the chord you left hanging unnamed, a breath disguised as a quiet regret. Pedal holds longer than it should stay, afraid the silence might finally speak. Stay in this hush where memory bends, like steam off porcelain cooling too fast. Let the shadows keep what we let slip in these velvet silence. The past feels close. What if the past was the truest part? What if the space between notes was home? Can we stay in this hush just one breath more, where goodbyes blur into someday? In this velvet silence, you're still here. In this velvet silence, I'm still whole. drip slow on the windowsill. book still draped across the chair. The clock forgot to tick away the hour, and I forgot to pretend I don't care. Pages turn themselves in the breeze, a melody half remembered, half lost. Stay in this hush where words dissolve, like sugar in cold coffee, too late to stir. Let the night hold us without asking why. In this velvet silence we almost were. Blur through rain, street glass. Your handwriting fades on the notes you left. I hum the tune you never finished playing, a question dressed as something else. Fingers hover above the keys, afraid a sound might break what's left intact. Stay in this hush where time unspools, like smoke from a wick too tired to rise. Let the dark cradle what we can't name. In this velvet silence truth disguises. What if I'd spoken when your eyes lingered? What if the music had been enough? Can we stay in this hush just a moment more, where endings soften into maybe? In this velvet silence you're still here. In this velvet silence you're still me. Candle drips slow on the windowsill, your coat still draped across the chair. The clock forgot to tick away the hour, and I forgot to pretend I don't care. Pages turn themselves in the breeze, a melody half remembered, half lost. Stay in this hush where words dissolve, like sugar in cold coffee too late to stir. Let the night hold us without asking why. In this velvet silence we almost were. Your handwriting fades on the note you left. I hum the tune you never finished playing, a question dressed as something else. Fingers hover above the keys, afraid the sound might break what's left intact. Stay in this hush where time unspools, like smoke from a wick too tired to rise. Let the dark cradle what we can't name. In this velvet silence truth disguises. What if I'd spoken when your eyes lingered? What if the music had been enough? Can we stay in this hush just a moment more, where endings soften into maybe? In this velvet silence you're still here. In this velvet silence you're still me.
As the first stage of Sophisticated Lady comes to life, Kenneth J. Lewis Sr. leaves the painting in a state of powerful emergence, alive with color, energy, and presence. From the initial sketch to these bold first layers of oil, the essence of the subject has already begun to speak, grace, confidence, and timeless beauty captured in motion. This is only the beginning. In part 2, the refinement continues, where detail meets intuition, and the painting reaches its full voice. Thank you for experiencing the process.